What's up everyone, and welcome back to the MMA Buzz. Dana White has once again addressed the topic of shutting down illegal streaming sites, a subject he has never been shy about. Over the years, White has repeatedly emphasized the importance of combating piracy and prosecuting those who stream UFC events illegally. He often speaks openly about the satisfaction he gets from taking down these sites, and he clearly isn't bothered by being labeled a narc for doing so. Recently, White appeared on the Kayla Presley Show, where he was questioned about the shutdown of Stream East, a site he was reportedly involved in taking down. During the interview, the co-host jokingly asked White how he sleeps at night, hinting at the frustration of fans who relied on illegal streaming. White responded confidently, challenging the idea that shutting down piracy is somehow immoral. The conversation took a humorous turn when the co-host mentioned his own struggle using Stream East and asked White if he wanted to apologize to him. White simply doubled down, stating that he has shut down many streaming operations, and that going after pirates is one of his favorite things to do. While the co-host admitted he loved using Stream East, White made it clear that the UFC takes piracy seriously and has invested significant effort into stopping illegal broadcasts. With the UFC's upcoming broadcasting deal with Paramount beginning in 2026, many expect piracy issues to decrease. The new partnership is anticipated to eliminate the traditional pay-per-view model, making events more accessible to fans through a centralized streaming platform. Whether this shift will dramatically reduce illegal streaming remains to be seen, but Dana White's stance on piracy is as strong as ever. If you stream UFC events illegally, the organization is coming for you. Before we jump into the next story, we have a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon. It really helps us out and ensures you'll never miss an update. Move on to another news. Sean O'Malley has reacted to the shocking outcome of Merab versus Pereira at UFC 323, a fight that sent waves through the MMA world. Pereira delivered one of the most surprising and dominant performances of his career, ending Merab's impressive 14-fight winning streak in a fashion few predicted. Not only did Yan defend an incredible 27 takedown attempts, but he also secured 5 takedowns of his own against one of the division's most relentless grapplers. O'Malley, who was live streaming the event, was visibly stunned by Yan's dominance. He praised Yan repeatedly, calling it one of the most impressive performances he had ever witnessed. He jokingly said he needed to text UFC executive Hunter Campbell right away, emphasizing just how blown away he was by Yan's showing. Although O'Malley jokingly hinted at stepping aside from his scheduled January 24 bout with Song Yadong for a possible rematch with Yan, the likelihood of such a change is slim. Still, his excitement highlighted just how significant Yan's win was. O'Malley wasn't the only star reacting to the upset. Several fighters expressed admiration for Yan's performance. Alexander Pantoja congratulated Yan and noted that the picture for the next title contender may become clearer after his own bout with Deiveson Figueiredo at UFC 324. Khamzat Chimaev also praised Yan, wishing him a quick recovery and a strong return. Fellow Russian Umar Nurmagomedov added his respect, saying Yan had once again proven that hard work leads to results. Yan later posted his own message on social media, declaring that history is made, and thanking his family and team for their support through difficult times. He proudly stated that everything is now in its right place. Despite the loss, Merab remained upbeat and emotional in a video message to his fans, his country of Georgia, and his family. He expressed gratitude, saying he felt motivated, healthy, and ready to come back stronger. Small facial scratches, he said, were nothing compared to his renewed determination. Even after losing the bantamweight title, Merab still attended a post-fight celebration in Las Vegas, keeping his trademark energy alive. The rivalry took a playful turn afterward when Yan posted an AI-generated image mocking Merab. The picture showed Yan relaxing in a jacuzzi surrounded by women, with Merab serving drinks, a jab referencing their press conference exchange. Merab had invited Yan to his jacuzzi, but Yan declined, claiming he only ever saw Merab in jacuzzis with men, not women. The post quickly went viral, adding humor to an otherwise intense rivalry. Move on to another news. If you've ever hoped to see the UFC introduce more variety and creativity into their glove designs, a recent clip featuring Max Holloway might have briefly raised your excitement before reality settled in. Holloway recently shared a video in which he was shown a pair of custom-made, Hawaiian-themed gloves, instantly catching the attention of fans across the MMA community. In the video, Holloway is presented with 2 versions of the gloves as part of a new initiative called Gloves for Good. The campaign is set to launch next year, and Holloway will be the first fighter featured. The team explained that one pair would be a unique one-of-one edition intended for auction, with all proceeds going to charity. Another set would be a limited edition run of 10 gloves, which will be made available for fans to purchase. Holloway was clearly excited, expressing immediate approval of the designs, and confirming he was fully on board with the project. The gloves are handcrafted by Kai, who will create both the auction piece and the limited collection. The custom gloves, decorated with Hawaiian-inspired artwork, quickly sparked speculation online. Many MMA fans began wondering whether the UFC was finally introducing fighter-specific glove designs or even considering updating their standard competition gloves. Social media buzzed with excitement as viewers imagined Holloway wearing the new gear during his upcoming bout. However, the excitement didn't last long. Ariel Helwani later confirmed that the gloves are strictly for charity purposes and will not be used in any official UFC fights. While the designs are eye-catching and unique, fighters will continue to compete using the standard UFC-issued gloves. This means fans hoping to see Holloway sporting the Hawaiian-themed gear when he faces Charles Oliveira at UFC 326 in March will be disappointed. Still, the Gloves for Good campaign offers something positive, an opportunity for fans to own exclusive memorabilia while contributing to charitable causes. And though the gloves won't appear inside the octagon, they've already captured the attention of the MMA community, proving that even small creative touches can generate massive excitement. Move on to another news. While discussing Alex Pereira, a recent interview with ESPN MMA revealed major news from Khamzat Chimaev, who opened up about a significant career move he plans to make after his next UFC fight. Chimaev explained that he wants one more bout at middleweight before officially moving up a division. According to him, the higher weight class offers bigger opportunities, more high-profile opponents, and significantly better financial incentives. He made it clear that after one final middleweight appearance, he intends to go up and chase the big names. Shortly after discussing his future plans, Chimaev didn't hold back when the topic shifted to a potential fight with Alex Pereira. He criticized Pereira's recent comments and expressed frustration with how the UFC has handled attempts to make the matchup happen. Chimaev argued that Pereira accepted fights with other contenders like Dricus du Plessis, but suddenly dismissed him as not a good fight. He strongly disagreed with Pereira's claim that he was the bigger star, stating that even a simple Instagram story from him gets more attention than Pereira's fights. According to Chimaev, Pereira is avoiding the matchup because he knows how dangerous it would be. Chimaev further hinted that the UFC has shared information with him that he cannot repeat publicly, out of respect for Pereira, but he insisted that everyone knows Pereira is not on his level. He made it clear that he believes the UFC is aware of the stylistic mismatch and the challenges Pereira would face. In the same interview, Chimaev also responded to comments made by Glover Teixeira, who suggested that if he ran into Chimaev at a hotel, he'd be ready to handle things right then and there. Chimaev dismissed the idea, saying they don't need a hotel confrontation to settle anything. If Teixeira truly wants to fight, Chimaev emphasized, he should step into the octagon under contract and make it official. Chimaev ended by reinforcing that he's focused, motivated, and ready for whoever stands in his way as he prepares for the next stage of his career. Move on to another news. Jamahal Hill and Joanna were recently involved in a tense verbal confrontation ahead of UFC 323, creating a moment that quickly became one of the weekend's biggest talking points. According to reports from those present, the situation escalated when Joanna was perceived as acting aggressively toward Hill's partner. This prompted Hill to step in and issue a heated warning, making it clear that he would not tolerate anyone putting their hands on his girlfriend. In the video circulating online, Hill can be seen standing between the two while raising his voice to defend his partner. He stated firmly, "Do not touch my girl or I'm gonna knock you out." Joanna, unshaken, responded with a defiant, "Yeah, you will," challenging his threat without backing down. Hill ended the exchange with a sharp period, emphasizing that he meant every word. The interaction instantly caught the attention of fans and analysts who debated what sparked Joanna's aggression and whether the confrontation could have escalated even further. Both fighters are known for having strong, outspoken personalities, and this incident highlighted how quickly tensions can rise during a high-pressure fight week. Although no physical altercation followed, the heated exchange added an unexpected layer of drama to the UFC 323 build-up. After the situation was diffused, the focus eventually returned to the event itself, but the moment remained one of the most viral clips leading into the weekend. Fans are still discussing what led to the confrontation and whether there may be lingering tension between the two fighters going forward. As always, stay tuned for more updates from around the MMA world and make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss new coverage, reactions, and breaking stories. More action, analysis, and behind-the-scenes updates are coming your way soon. Move on to another news. Reinier de Ridder has provided a promising update on his recovery and future plans following his concerning loss to Brendan Allen back in October. After suffering one of the toughest setbacks of his career, fans were eager to know how he was progressing. Fortunately, de Ridder shared that his health and overall condition have improved significantly in recent weeks. Appearing at a recent karate combat event, de Ridder spoke with Home Fight and offered a detailed update on how he's feeling. He explained that the last few days have shown major progress, noting that he returned to sparring and pushed himself through several hard training sessions. According to de Ridder, he's beginning to feel like himself again and is approaching the point where he can train at full capacity. When asked about his next fight, de Ridder said he hopes to return early next year. He acknowledged that the middleweight division is currently quiet, with limited movement and few matchups being made. Because of that, he isn't in a position to call out specific opponents. Instead, his main desire, though he admits, it's not likely, is to secure a rematch with Brendan Allen to prove that his last performance wasn't representative of who he is as a fighter. Still, he understands the UFC may have different plans and is prepared to accept whatever matchup the promotion offers. Before his loss to Allen, Reinier de Ridder was riding strong momentum. He had earned 5 consecutive victories, including 4 impressive wins inside the octagon. One of those victories came against former UFC middleweight champion Robert Whittaker, performance that solidified his position as one of the top contenders in the division. Although the setback was difficult, de Ridder's determination, mental toughness, and steady recovery have reassured fans that he is far from finished. With his health improving and his confidence returning, he appears focused on stepping back into the cage early next year to restart his climb toward title contention. Move on to another news. Tom Aspinall has officially revealed his pick for Fighter of the Year as 2025 comes to a close, and his choice has taken many fans by surprise. With countless standout performances across multiple divisions, the debate has been heating up. But for Aspinall, one name clearly rises above the rest. In a recent video, the UFC heavyweight champion explained that Ilia Topuria is his Fighter of the Year. According to Aspinall, Topuria's talent, skill level, and potential make him one of the most remarkable athletes in the sport today. He praised Topuria's growth and expressed confidence that the young star has many successful years ahead. When asked about the best knockout of the year, Aspinall again pointed to Topuria, specifically his devastating finish of Charles Oliveira. He described witnessing the knockout live as one of the most electrifying moments he has ever experienced inside an arena. Topuria's victory was not only spectacular but also earned him the UFC lightweight championship, making the moment even more meaningful. However, critics note that Topuria only fought once this year, while other contenders like Merab had the potential to secure the honor with multiple title defenses had he won at UFC 323. That defeat, however, removed him from the conversation. Beyond Fighter of the Year discussions, fans are also wondering when Tom Aspinall himself will return to competition. His last outing against Cyril Gane in October ended in disappointment, and Dana White's post-fight remarks raised eyebrows. White stated that Aspinall was the only one who knew whether he could see during the fight, which some interpreted as a subtle jab at the champion's decision to stop. Aspinall later pushed back, clarifying that he stopped fighting because he literally couldn't see and refused to risk serious long-term damage. He emphasized that he's no dummy, sparking further conversation about fighter safety. After UFC 323, White addressed Aspinall's comments directly, insisting that his earlier remarks had been misunderstood. He explained that the UFC medical team has been closely monitoring Aspinall, ensuring he receives proper care and specialist attention if needed. White stressed that he never intended to criticize Aspinall, and that his comments were taken out of context. With both sides now clarifying their positions, fans are eager to see how Aspinall recovers and when he will make his return to the octagon. The heavyweight title picture remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: Tom Aspinall's respect for Ilia Topuria's performance this year has added fuel to an already passionate Fighter of the Year debate. Move on to another news. Rampage Jackson recently found himself in a heated confrontation with venue security during a live stream on Kick. The situation began when a security guard approached him and asked that he either stop filming or leave the premises. Rampage, already frustrated, attempted to head toward his Sprinter van, but another security officer blocked his access to the parking lot and instructed him to walk all the way around to a different entrance. Although this annoyed him, he continued to follow direction. The situation escalated when a young fan approached Rampage asking for a photo. As the fan stepped forward, the security guard attempted to intervene and told the child he could not take a picture. This was the moment Rampage completely lost his patience. He immediately snapped at the guard, angrily questioning why he would deny a kid a simple photo opportunity. Rampage then directed a series of harsh insults toward the guard, expressing that security had no right to prevent a respectful fan interaction. Rampage insisted that the young fan should be allowed to take the picture and emphasized that preventing a harmless moment like that was unnecessary and disrespectful. He continued to criticize the guard, accusing him of being on a power trip and overstepping his responsibilities. The incident clearly struck a nerve with Rampage, who felt the guard was treating both him and the fans with unnecessary hostility. The video of the confrontation quickly spread online, prompting viewers to debate whether Rampage's reaction was justified. Some argue that he had every right to be upset, especially when the guard interfered with a fan simply wanting a photo. Others believe he could have expressed his frustration without resorting to insults or escalating the situation further. The incident raises an interesting question for fans and viewers. Was Rampage Jackson justified in his anger, or did he take things too far? How would you have handled the situation if security prevented a fan from approaching you respectfully? Share your thoughts and opinions below.